And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverET. Apologies, guys, for this video should have gone out last night. It's just been very, very busy for me. You guys have been emailing in. I've been checking the clips, been trying to build stuff together, help my mum out at the same time. And I can't sit in this chair too long as well. So it's kind of doing stuff in stages at the moment, but I am getting better, guys. We're going to start off with a few posts on X, okay? Because Tim Burchett seems to think UFO disclosure won't be coming. I'll go into a bit of detail about that after we play this video. We're also going to listen to a part of a Joe Rogan podcast as well. As always, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. We do need your support. Support the public's evidence. Support disclosure. Let's go. All right, so UAP James says this. Rep Burchett, we will not have UFO disclosure. They don't want it out. I think it's too deep and too strong. They're going to claim military intelligence that it weakens our military. I'm going to keep busting their ass though. I'm going to keep fighting. And what Tim is trying to say here is they're going to say that they're not going to tell us much because it's going to breach national security and all that and give away secrets and stuff, right? Essentially what they're doing though is they're classifying existence, you know? Now they will argue back, well, our officials have said that we're not alone, but they haven't said it on mainstream, okay? If they said it on mainstream, people would start acting differently. They might record the skies. They might take time out to see if they can see one of these things. They might even try and open up communication somehow. People are smart, right? They don't want to tell the whole world. They don't want to announce it like with some big announcement because it will take it right out of their hands, guys. Let's listen to what Tim Burchett's got to say, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts.
Do you think that we will have disclosure of whatever information we have regarding the UFOs? And two, just something you mentioned just now, what do you think happened at Roswell?
No, we will not have disclosure. I don't think so. I just don't. I think it's too deep, and I think it's too strong. And they're going to claim military intelligence. You know, it weakens our military, which is what the Schumer bill did. And so, anyway, no, heck no, we're not going to ever get it. They don't want it out, and I don't think I'll have it on this side of eternity. Maybe my daughter's generation will hear something, but I just don't. I'm going to keep busting their ass on it, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm a flagrant fence swinger, dude. I swing for the fence every damn time.
Do you think that we will have...
Gotta love Tim Burchett, man. Swinging for the goddamn fence every goddamn time. Man, I love it. And you know what? He's right. He is right. I knew it was coming. The military, the US government will end up saying, look, we can't give away our military secrets. We can't tell you too much. But, you know, essentially they're classifying existence because they're talking about non-human intelligence, right? Here's the deal. First of all, let me just bring something up. Because that was flipping hilarious, man. I thought that would... Look at this! Look at this guy! He's just talking to Tim Burchett casually and he's like, hang on, 1 second, you've just told me disclosure's not going to happen. I need to hit some of this shit. Like... Anyway, look. Michael Knowles, man. What a legend. I'm just going to bust out a cigar one day. Like, what's going on, guys? Anyway, look, my opinion on it is the military, the US government, they're going to try and hold this back and keep it a secret, obviously, okay? Because they've clearly got some tech. They don't want to share it with the world. They've already kind of announced that during the war in Iran. And they would want to keep this to themselves, okay? Here's my opinion, right? There are more countries. I don't know how many countries there are in the world. 252? 240? 250? There's around 250 countries in the world, right? I guarantee you that other countries have technology, and whether they're in discussions with the US or not, I have no idea, okay? But the idea that the USA are going to keep the technology to themselves is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. NHI visit the whole planet, you know, their craft, whether they're downed or whether they land or, you know, whether tech is given to us. A lot of countries already have some kind of tech, guys. This is just obvious to me, okay? They're not all going to land in the bloody USA, okay? We get sightings here in the UK as well. So across the pond, we're seeing them here. We're seeing them all over Europe, seeing them on the other side of the world in Australia. We're seeing them on the West Coast. They're everywhere, guys. So the idea that they're going to keep this a secret, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. The fact that you guys are recording and sending in the evidence and we're making it public means they can't keep it a secret. They can keep the tech a secret for only so long until eventually there's so many people recording. They're going to be like, well, hang on a minute. We're not alone here. it's going to spawn other questions, okay? This is why it's important that we record the skies, guys. I'm not saying it all hangs on us, okay? People have been recording for a long time. But since 2015, when our cameras got better, we've had the ability to do so. And that's the difference, guys. That's the change. The change in our technology has enabled us. The change in our thought process has enabled us to do more. And so, whilst I agree with what Tim is saying, it's only natural that the US government are going to want to hide this. Someone else, somewhere else, will come out with UFO tech, regardless of what the US do. And I think this is going to become knowledge, quite common knowledge to the officials in the USA. Eventually, someone else will beat them to the punch in regards to public disclosure. And so they will have a choice to make. Run with disclosure or try and keep it hidden. And I tell you what, guys, it is inevitable that it comes out. And if they try and hide it, and they hide it for another 10 years, it's going to look really bad. So, in my opinion, it's still coming. The NHI can show up and there's not a lot anyone can do. I think that's going to happen this year as well. It's funny because you've got Tim Burchett saying one thing, and then we're going to get on to Anna Paulina Luna now. And Anna Paulina Luna has posted this. Let's have a listen.
There's a story that caught our attention. We're talking about a number of U.S. scientists, some connected to very sensitive research, who have died or disappeared. Let's break down what we know so far. We're going to start with Carl Grillmar. Carl Grillmar, pictured here, was an astrophysicist at Caltech. He worked on a NASA-supported space telescope project and infrared systems. Now, he was shot and killed at his home just 2 months ago. Then there's Frank Maywald. He was a senior scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, focused on advanced satellite systems, and he died nearly 2 years ago, but his cause of death has never been made public. Meanwhile, Monica Reza also reportedly connected to NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab project. She went missing last summer while hiking in California. No trace. It keeps going. There's William McCaslin, a retired Air Force general. He too is missing. He's a former head of Air Force Research Lab and oversaw advanced space and surveillance programs. He's been missing since February. And reports say he once oversaw funding connected to a project that also included Monica Reza. Now, there's more. To New Mexico, Melissa Casais. She has been missing since last summer. She worked at Los Alamos National Lab. She had an administrative role, but reportedly also had security clearances. Just months earlier, she went missing, so too did Anthony Chavez, also connected to Los Alamos, an engineer. He disappeared during a walk. No signs, no answers. And then finally, there's Nuno Loureiro. You remember Nuno Loureiro? He was the MIT researcher focused on nuclear fusion and was shot and killed in his Massachusetts home last December. It was the case of the Brown shooter. It's a separate case with no confirmed links to the others. But here's the key point. Authorities have not connected these cases, but look at the overlap. The same handful of institutions, NASA, Air Force Research, Los Alamos Laboratory. So, could they be connected? Or is this something else entirely?
The numbers just don't add up. And I was talking to Doc about this last night, and he was saying the same thing. The numbers just don't add up. You don't get that many people from those many organisations, all of two, go missing or dead within a year or two. It just does not make sense, guys. And so you can see how the US government and the military-industrial complex may be trying to cover this up. But it's not going to happen. They can't kill us all. You know, they can't take us all. And so this will eventually break out into a massive question mark, okay? You know, it could potentially be the next set of files. You know, release the files of the missing scientists. Why would they be missing in the first place? You see, it opens so many questions. And it's the same with NHI tech, guys. So they can hide as much tech as they want in the USA, not a problem. Someone out there will come along and say, look what I've got. And they will then be forced to answer some questions, guys. It's just about spawning those questions and putting the pressure in the right places. So look, don't dwell on what Tim Burchett is saying. He's just a realist, you know. It's going to come, guys. It's going to come. There's nothing they can do about it. Nothing. They can hide it and hide it and hide it for as long as they want, but they can't actually stop it from happening, guys. It's inevitable. That's my belief. Before we get into Dr. Shipe's capture, I just want to go over this one. UAP James, Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell discuss Rep Luna's request for 46 UFO videos from the Department of War due April 14th. These are the ones that have been shown that blow their minds. Now they're saying, show it to everybody. This could be interesting next week. It really could. And Tim seems to think they're not going to do this, okay? Anna Paulina Luna is pushing for it to be done, okay? She's calling for the 46 UFO files to be released, the 46 UFO clips. I would love to see them. They're going to be better quality. They're going to be, you know, from either satellites or planes or military like vessels. They should be well placed. What we get, who knows, guys? It's going to be a mixed bag, I can guarantee you that. It won't just be sources, it's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's listen to this discussion on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Pilots have had similar stories about enormous objects under the water.
Did you see they did release a list of footage that they've been shown that they want released. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry, Jamie. Can you, it's like a list of, I don't know. I think it's one of these senators who saw this shit in a skiff or whatever saying, we want these released, but they're the names of what each of these are.
Found the letter that was submitted, signed by Rep. Anna Luna.
What does it say? This is the disclosure threat?
46 different requests.
Oh yeah, this is all the names of the things.
And I'll switch to here. I found an article where someone's breaking down what some of these are, but some of these are...
I like it says the Honorable Pete Hegseth.
Multiple spherical UAP in and out of water.
Whoa.
Shoots down UAP over Lake Huron. I don't know if they have to turn these videos over, but this guy was also saying in this article here that these are very specifically requested videos.
Because they've been shown, these are the ones they've been shown that blew their minds, and now they're saying show it to everybody.
And they're asking for high res, in color. They don't want to be tricked.
Right.
High resolution.
So this could be an interesting.
So yeah, that would be a revelation if Anna can pull that out of the woodwork. Disclosure will surely happen if they got 4K, Ultra HD, clear as you like footage. I hope they do. It's only a matter of time before we have our own archive of just 4K video. It's going to happen. A lot of you are stepping up your game, getting better cameras, testing different things. And like I say, this year, I feel like we're going to get something that they just won't be able to say no to. You know, they won't be able to debunk it. There's nothing they can say. We've already got that. And that kind of leads me on to my last point, guys. So yesterday, I was having a quick chat with Patrick from Vetted, and he posted this. Chris Bledsoe drops bombshell about 2026 Easter prophecy. We also discussed a new viral orb video, okay? Look, you've seen the orb video, guys. I showed it yesterday or the day before. I actually think that he was blowing bubbles in his back garden, which is why you can see through the thing and you can kind of see his porch. It would be very interesting to recreate it. So maybe I'll get, you know, a little bubble mechanism, some fairy liquid, blow a bubble, try and get a high definition camera on it and just see if I can get the same thing. But honestly, like if you look at the swirling inside the orb itself, or the orb, it looks like fairy liquid or washing up liquid, okay? That's just my opinion. It's Chris Bledsoe we're talking about here. He's put out another ridiculous post this morning about all you need to do is just ask God, clear your mind, be at peace, and they will come. What a load of bullshit. Sorry, mate, but we've got a whole load of people that record the skies from all over the world, and none of them are summoning anything. They're just getting captures because they're up there. So, yeah, we called the bullshit. Vetted also called the bullshit, and this is where me and Patrick kind of align, because half the time he calls out bullshit, I've already called it out, or vice versa. I find out and I'm like, damn, you know, this guy's got a bit of credibility to him. He obviously wants to get the truth out there. But we had an interesting conversation. I just basically said, look, why are you giving Chris time of day? You're only going to make him more famous and give him more clout just for mentioning him, right? And he said, remember the name of my channel, Vetted. Fine. I said, what I'm getting at is, how can a grifter who clearly bodges his video for clout get so much attention when clear definitive UAP evidence is readily available to scrutinise? I don't know how many times I can put my channel on the line and no bugger wants to step up. Patrick says, I get that. The way I look at it is, I don't scrutinise the deceived, I scrutinise the deceptive. What he's saying there is he's trying to scrutinise the people that are trying to deceive the greater public, and the ones that are making mistakes but are quite innocent, he doesn't want to go there. That's an impossible job to do. Very, very hard to do. And I know his name's Vetted, right? But that's a fine line and very, very difficult to do. And I've said that. It is a fine line, but the real evidence needs deep analysis, irrespective of those with good or bad intentions, okay? And he kind of went quiet from that moment. I just sent you a PM because I thought, you know what? Let me just message him privately. Angie then joins the conversation. The thing is, the majority of us are fed up being gaslit and lied to. At Vetted Podcast, why aren't you sharing footage like Rob? Disclosure is coming from the public. You can help push this. The UK needs the exposure. And Vetted replies, who's Rob? So he's not really watched the channel. He kind of knows the name UndercoverET UK from X, but he doesn't really know me personally, which is cool. I don't know him either. Angie goes on to say, I've been following you both. I enjoy your coverage of developing discourse in the US. The UK also has credible evidence that should be highlighted. We know disclosure will be watered down to the minimum. We need to show all footage to keep it moving. And I couldn't agree with Angie any more than that, because you've just seen Tim Burchett thinks UFO disclosure's not coming. Anna Paulina's trying to push for 46 UFO videos to get shown to the public because they're mind-blowing. And Angie's just saying, look, if you just share the evidence, we'll get this out there irrespective of the officials, irrespective of the elected, right? And so I agree with what she's saying. But I ended with this. There is a lot to show from the UK, but some of the best evidence has and is coming out of America too. I have eyes in the skies everywhere, and the most compelling footage should not be ignored, is my point. And those that took it should get the credit. That's where I'm at. You guys, if you capture the gold, you deserve the credit. 100%. And so, guys, I'm going to leave the link to this very conversation in the comments below. If you want to have your say, by all means have your say. Honestly, we aren't going to get what we want unless we push for it. And I'm not saying Vetted's the man who's going to give us what we want, but he's got a big platform. He could showcase some of your best evidence and blow this out of the water if he wanted to. And that's kind of what I said to him in a PM. I said, if look, everyone wants to blow this topic out of the water, why don't it be you? You know, we'll supply the evidence. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. Go against the grain. Go against the control group. Go against the narrative. Do you have the guts is what I'm asking. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. All right, up next, we are going to go on to Dr. Shipe, 8th of April 2026, 12:48 p.m. He sends this over to me just 24 hours ago. And yeah, it's something a little bit different, guys. Let's have a look. So I believe at this point he's waiting for LAPD to come in. By the way, guys, it's still a no-fly zone in this area, and yet the LAPD are coming in every day.
229. 229.
So Doc's on the flight radar. He's looking at every single number to every single helicopter that comes through and plane, and he's making a note.
There it is, Dragon.
You guys wouldn't have even seen it, probably. I'll just take us back. It's quick. Now, Doc is actually panning to the left. There it is. Doc's panning to the left in the moment, so you just don't see it. Look at this, guys. So this is slightly larger than the dragons that he would normally capture, right? You can see here, it's got to be 5 times the size of what the dragons normally look like on camera. There's no point of reference, so it's hard to say. He's had other objects in the footage as well. He's got a bird that flies in. He's got dragon UAP, none of which look like this in size, shape. I know it's very blurry, but on this particular day it was quite hazy. You can see there the camera, which by the way he's filming a long way out, but this is not normal for Doc. Now if you watch over Doc's videos in general, you know that he doesn't capture objects this large, okay? And so I didn't make a massive deal of it yesterday, because if it had loads of detail on it, guys, the video would have gone out straight away. I would have just gone straight to this, one and done. It's definitely larger than what he normally captures. I don't think it's your typical dragon UAP. It's not a fly or a bird. And Yeah, the cloaking ability is being shown right here as well. But it's also going incredibly fast, guys. So I don't think we would see this object, even with the 4K resolution at a close distance. It would be quite hard. This thing is flying. Not only that, Dr. Shipe is panning to the left as well. So not only is this thing going fast, but the camera's slowly going to the left. And, you know, when they're doing that, it's going to look incredibly fast, guys. And we're not going to get much at all. So, yeah. Great job, Doc. Really, really interesting. I did say you're going to capture a saucer really soon. Literally just 2 weeks ago I said that. And I think it's going to happen. Potentially one of those white orbs again. Who knows? But that's a bit different, Doc. Well done. Thank you very much for sending that in to me. And guys, keep recording the skies. Improve what you're doing as well, okay? Look at trying to capture something in the sky. Point of reference if you can find it. Something that flies behind a tree or something like that. If you're not getting much success and you're just getting the odd black dot here and there, change things up a little bit. Change things up a little bit. Don't just keep doing the same thing thinking you're capturing UAP. You need to try and capture the gold in order for it to make the channel, guys. We have to tell the world that these things are real, and we're not going to do that with just black little dots. Unless you've got a Dr. Shipe set up with a radar detector, a roof camera, you know, multiple cameras, you need to get something more compelling, guys. So please try this year. Like I keep saying, is the year of disclosure. I believe that. I believe the public can deliver, irrespective of what these officials do in whichever countries they're in. We can do it as a collective, guys. So if you can get behind that, like and subscribe to the channel. We do need your support in a big way. And guys, some good news. I wasn't going to tell you guys today, but a little while back, I don't know if anyone remembers, maybe someone that's been watching the channel for the past year, but I just joined the UFO community. I was quite new to it. I was flipping angry at everyone just showing fake shit, clickbaiting, not showing real evidence, not even trying to get the real evidence themselves. You know, I was losing my mind over it. Now I've just accepted it, right? I understand what the community is all about, but I did threaten back then that I would hit the streets if I had to, and I would speak to individuals on a personal level, face to face, show them the evidence, ask for their subscription, ask for them to start recording the skies. Well, guys, I'm going to start doing that. Next week, I'm going to start doing that. Spoke to Doc last night, we set it all up, and I'm going to go for it. So if you can get behind that, like I said, show your support, hit the button. Thank you so much. Take care. All the best. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.